she was already a Muslim. So these are the details that we've gathered from the video that was just released by the Islamist militant group Boko Haram. Now, the leader of Boko Haram said that for those who have converted to Islam, they have now become their own sisters, meaning the sisters of members of the group. And for the others that have not converted, he's saying that they can only consider releasing them if the government of Nigeria decides to release some of the members of their group that are held in captivity at the moment in government hands. These are the details that I've gathered from the video at the moment.
Do we have any idea whether that sort of negotiation has been going on or will be possible?
No, we have no idea that there have been those kinds of negotiations. If you remember, the government of Nigeria previously set up a committee to negotiate with Boko Haram. The committee finished its work, submitted its report without getting to the core leaders of the group. And in a recent interview with the president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, he stated clearly that he is not in negotiation with Boko Haram because Boko Haram, according to him, is a faceless group, and he has not. He's not been able to get in contact with any of their leaders in order to enter into negotiation. On this recent video, we have not yet had any reaction from the government because the video was just released in the last 1 hour.
Mansour, I don't know whether you've actually managed to see the pictures yourselves yet. We are showing them, and whether the families have had a chance to see these pictures. Are they being shown on television there in Nigeria or not?
The pictures have not yet been shown on local television here in Nigeria, but I think this would be a good news to the parents of these girls that at least they are now hopeful that some of these girls that have been shown are alive, and that is a hope for the families who have been waiting now for for almost 4 weeks, waiting to hear news of these abducted girls. You remember these girls were abducted from their own school, over 200 of them, about 276 of them, and I think this is the first time that we're seeing their pictures, the pictures of those that have appeared in this video.
And again, I don't know whether you have seen the material in terms of what the girls are supposed to be saying when they speak. I gather that one of them at least is reciting from the Quran, but do we know if there is anything more that is spoken by the girls themselves on the video?
Well, in the video, I've not seen the details of this, but the girls that have spoken, the 3 of them have mentioned their names, they have mentioned where they come from, and they are calling on their parents that now they too have understood what Islam is, and they are calling on their own parents to also join to become Muslims. I think this is what I've heard, according to what these girls have been speaking in the video.
And any political reaction at all yet on this?
There have not yet been a reaction. I think, this video is just coming into light now. It was released. We heard of the news of the release of the video in the last 1 hour, and we've not had any reaction from any government or from any opposition here in Nigeria. We'll be waiting, we'll be calling on the government to find out what their reaction is to the recent, to this video that has been released.
Just quickly, does this pattern of releasing a video, is this something that Boko Haram has done before? Would this authenticate it, or the route by which this video has been released, is that a previously used route?
Yeah, Boko Haram has released videos a number of times, and this video appears to come from the same source. We confirm previous videos, and it would seem, that the content of this video is the same as the kind of things that we have seen in previous videos. So we can confirm that this video came from Boko Haram because the leader has spoken, and from from the content of the video, it does look like it's the same person that has spoken in previous videos, and the video came through the same source that we knew that Boko Haram has been using to release videos in previous instances.
Okay, Mansour Liman, for now, thanks very much. Obviously, we don't know when these pictures were taken. A little while ago, I spoke to our World Affairs editor, John Simpson, for his thoughts. He is now in Maiduguri, which is the capital of Borno State.
It seems to be genuine. It follows the pattern of past Boko Haram videos and releases. But the interesting thing, I think, about it it's difficult. I'm in Maiduguri, which is the capital of Borno State, where the school actually is, and this Maiduguri is almost, it's like a kind of besieged town because Boko Haram have a lot of scope all around it and in much of the state. So we haven't been able to see the video at all here yet, but it does sound
just to let you
like...
know, sorry to interrupt, John, we're just showing
well, you're better off than I am.
Yeah.
The key thing in it is that what the Boko Haram leader is saying is that these girls, presumably all the girls, will not be released until all the prisoners held by the government forces have been released. And although that sounds a very, very hard and pretty kind of brutal line, you have to take it, I think, that this is the first step in a potential negotiation. I mean, they're not refusing, they're not threatening the girls, they're just saying that they won't be released. They haven't, if you remember, just a few days ago, they were talking about selling them into slavery. So this is very different. I suspect that this is Boko Haram's response to the extreme pressure being placed now on the Nigerian federal government by the international countries, by international figures, the President of the United States, the Prime Minister of Britain, and so on, all demanding that Nigeria should do something about this. And whether, how long it would take to get through some sort of negotiation, get to the negotiation, I don't know. These things have happened in the past.
If the girls are who they are purported to be, obviously the girls' families are going to be relieved to see them alive. We obviously don't know when this video was filmed, of course. But it's also true that this is about over 100 girls, apparently, but double that were originally taken. Is there any explanation for that?
Well, I mean, I'm not really the person, I suppose, to ask about that. We'd need to talk to Boko Haram. But it is about half the girls. As you said, we understand that there's 130 shown in the video. We've been told, of course, by local officials here in Borno State, as well as by government officials in Abuja, that the girls are likely to have been broken up into smallish groups and hidden in different places. And so bringing them together, or maybe this was early on, I mean, we can't know that. But it is also an indication, perhaps, that they've not been sold into slavery, as the leader of Boko Haram was threatening recently. And perhaps, too, it supports what the governor of Borno State said to us yesterday, that he doesn't think they've been sent across the borders into either Chad or Cameroon, but they're still here in Nigeria.
And John, we saw that the girls there apparently reciting the first few lines from the Quran, all dressed in full-length hijabs. Have they all come from Christian families originally? Do we know that sort of detail yet or not?
It's curious how little detail we actually have, but no, my understanding of it is that there are plenty of Muslim girls as well as Christian girls who were kidnapped. I mean, it's one of the curiosities of this that an entire month later, the government in Abuja in Nigeria simply hasn't been able to establish some of the most basic facts about the thing. But I mean, I've spoken to the fathers of both of Christian and Muslim girls, and it's pretty clear that they were a mixed bunch. And if they're learning the first chapters of the Quran, I think we can take it that is part of the tuition process for converts, rather than us seeing pictures of Muslim girls going through their prayers.
He's one of the very few journalists in the capital of Borno State. He's in Maiduguri. These are the pictures that we have had into the newsroom in the last hour or so. And we gather that there are about 136 to 138 faces that we can count in the shots that we have been sent so far. There are about 3 girls who are speaking. Apparently one looks fairly scared. We haven't yet broadcast those images. We are working on that, and we'll bring you more coverage as soon as we can. But these are the images, the first images in almost 4 weeks since the girls were taken. We are still working, of course, to authenticate these images. We will keep you right across any developments in that news from Nigeria. Let's move on to other news today.